For these particular problems right here, you want to figure out what the shape is if you do a cross-section of a 3D shape. So when you do this cross-section of this 3D shape, you create one of these 2D objects. Now this one's really kind of hard to see because look at the base here. Do you see it? This is a triangle. And when you chop across, what you have to realize is you're going to have a triangle right there. So what you do is connect the dots on the edges there, and you get a little triangle. So there's your triangle. Now it doesn't look like that triangle, but you get a triangle when you chop it that direction. Now you could also chop down, like you see here, which we'll talk about. So there'll be chopping or cross-sectioning a 3D object either horizontally or vertically. So for this one, when you chop this cone, well, if you look at it, you'll get this little shape right there when you chop it. So that shape right there, as you can see, is a circle. And then this one, when you chop down this triangular prism, what you got to kind of see here is you have this, and then you connect that. If you kind of shade that in, you can hopefully see that you have a rectangle right there. Now for these down here, we're taking a 2D shape and spinning it around a line. Now I could spin it around a vertical line or horizontal line. These all have a horizontal line. So if you spin this rectangle, 2D shape, around this line, you will create one of these shapes, and it would be a cylinder. These are kind of hard to visualize. If you take this half circle, spin around this line over and over, you will get a sphere. And if you take this triangle, spin around this line, you will get a cone. Now, for these last set of problems here, you're taking this compound object and finding two shapes that created it. It's called a compound, using compound shapes together, objects to make one shape. So if you look at this, you'll notice there's a sphere down here and a cylinder at top. So those are the two you use. For this chest, you hopefully see a rectangular prism down here, and on top you have a half of a cylinder right here. For this bird cage, hopefully you can see a cylinder on the bottom, and on top you have a hemisphere, half a sphere. So what you're going to do is you can just look at your shape and think, okay, what objects create that? And then at some point we're going to find the volume of each of these objects that made that.